Hello and welcome to the Saintly Sounder, your source for all things FIFA. Alright, so off the back of that second informed Benzema review, I wanted to share the squad I used him in because truly, it is a perfect squad. There are absolutely no weaknesses. It is by far one of the most potent teams I've used in the whole game, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Here we go. What makes this squad so special is that it truly has no weaknesses. You look at the strikers and they're three of the best in the whole game. You look at the midfield, Schweinsteiger and Modric provide defensive cover, while Isco has that creative presence. And then in the back line, both wingbacks, which can be a big weakness in most squads, both wingbacks are two of the tops in the game. And then of course Chiellini and Barzagli are very good and very consistent. And Sirigu, in my opinion, is the most consistent decent keeper for a very cheap price. If you've watched any of these videos before, you're gonna know Marco Reus is a big part of just about any team I build. And although he's on 8 chem here, he is still very good. He still gets his goal per game, immense assist creating, double 4 stars as always. And then Benzema from yesterday's review, I mean, those stats just so amazing. In my opinion, there's no better value at striker than second in form Benzema. And then on the right, Gareth Bale, a player who is just so dynamic. He brings strength and pace as well as shooting skill to the right forward slot, a real game changer. And then Isco, another player, perfect work rates for an attacking midfielder. He gets his goals, he gets his assists. And then Modric, always safe. If there was one maybe wink leak in the squad, it's Modric, and that is really saying just how strong and balanced this squad truly is. And then the German rock, Bastian Schweinsteiger, the guy who's just your metronome, the guy who gets the job done, the warrior in your midfield who protects and shields the back line. David Alaba, I paid 80k for him. To be honest, he's the first back that's worth that much. He really is a shutdown left back. And then Giorgio Chiellini and Andrea Barzagli, two very consistent rocks. And then another shutdown right back in Steven Lichtsteiner. The double 80s combined with 80 pace is crazy. Alright, so onto the in-game footage where it's no exaggeration that 9 players on the field could put away a chance if given it. And you can see Alaba whipping that ball in. He's just so immense on the attack on the left-hand side, as well as being a lockdown defender. But the real thing that really builds this squad into something great is the front three. The attack is just so good. They fluidly interchange. They all can finish. I'm just going to read off some scores here. 12-1, 14-1, 8-1, 6-1, and then a bunch of 5-0 wins. Those are all the results I get from this team. If they're on, you can beat anybody, and it's really not able to even close to be compared. As you can see, Isco plays a ball to Reus, who plays a ball to Benzema. I mean, you're not going to get too much better than that in terms of creative ability as well as finishing ability. Everyone can pass, everyone can shoot, and all back four are very safe. Alright, so the instructions are pretty simple. I have left forward and right forward set to cut passing lanes and get in behind. You really want to stretch the field as much as possible. I have them set to balanced width because I really like the ability of all three of them to interchange. Sometimes Benzema will take up a position on the left and Reus will slide in at striker. It just works so well and is so confusing and hard to defend. For a striker, I have cut passing lanes, get in behind, and stay central. This is really to encourage on a quick break. I'm going to want Benzema in that center area, getting his head on things. And then for left center mid, that's Schweinsteiger, and center mid, that's Modric. I have them set to stay back and balanced with. This is to give myself a little bit more strength on defense, to really fortify my defense, because really those front three plus Isco really get the job done. And on that note, I have Isco set to get forward and balanced attack because he's just so good at creating. He doesn't contribute much on the defensive end, but overall he's just such a talented player. I'm really happy. His 4-star skills actually have made a surprising difference, which is really nice as well. He's truly one of the better creative players I've used in the game so far. And lastly, the whole back four is set to stay back. Alaba and Lichtsteiner do get up on their own quite often, but I prefer to be the one controlling when they go up. I don't let the AI do it. I do it manually. That way, if I get hit out on the counter, all 4 of them are in a back line, and oftentimes, because of the instructions I have set for Schweinsteiger and Modric, oftentimes there'll be 6 guys behind the ball before my opponent can even get out on the counter, which is such a benefit in this counter-heavy game. Alright, so as always, if you found this all interesting or helpful, like and subscribe. I'm on Twitch at the Saintly Sounder, where you can see this beautiful squad in action. I'm on Twitter at the Red Death 329. If you have a squad you want me to see, let me know, and I'll do my best to make it happen. I tried a Ligoon Silver squad at a request one time, and it was pretty fun. Until next time, see you on the pitch.